If you're looking at young, talented attacking midfielders, then Bayer Leverkusen's Florian Wirtz is probably one of the most prominent ones in the European game at the moment. He's a vital cog in Xabi Alonso's Bayer Leverkusen side and their title-winning team for the first time in Leverkusen's history. Playing in the cam role, he can link the midfield and attack perfectly. He can get on the ball and he can make things happen. And with 17 goals and 19 assists this season, there's potential that he could be in huge demand over the summer months from some of the big players in Europe. The aspects of the game that Wirtz stands out in is his ability to receive and create in tight areas of the pitch. When he gets the ball, he can do this under pressure, keep it, maintain it, and then go and create something. And in the final third of the pitch, where he generally plays the most in that attacking midfield role, it can be one of the most challenging and hardest areas to play in. And that's largely because of the cramped nature and the lack of time and space that you get in the final third. It's congested, it's physical, and that lack of time can make it very difficult for many players. And to add to that, Florian Wirtz isn't the most physical. He's 5'8" tall, and he doesn't let that stop him, looking to play to his strengths rather than those of the opposition's. And Wirtz needs to make sure that he puts himself in the most advantageous position for his game. If he receives the ball straight on from his midfielder, the defence can use their physicality by stepping and pressing. So Wirtz looks to try and avoid this. He looks to receive the ball on the angle, creating separation between himself and the defender, taking him away from the physical aspect of the game. By creating separation, he can receive the ball and face forward, which for an attacking midfielder is vitally important. You don't want to be receiving the ball facing away from goal. You want to get a position on the half turn where you can face forward. And in this position, he can find passes through to the centre forward, making that run in behind the defence. But he can also get the wingers involved in the game. Inverted wingers looking to make diagonal runs in between the fullback and centre-back can get balls played through to them by Wirtz. And this is all because of creating that separation between himself and the midfielder that's defending him. At the top level, movement and awareness to create space and get on the ball is vital. If you don't do that, you're going to be limited. And Wirtz is exceptional at this. But what makes him stand out is what he does with the ball when he gets it. He'll create space for himself by getting away from those physical battles. But his passing is exceptional. He's in the top 1% of attacking midfielders for these three areas. Three areas are his passes attempted and completed, passes into the penalty area, and his progressive passes forwards, while also being in the top 2% of through balls. And because of his passing ability, he's in the top 1% of attacking midfielders for shot-creating actions in Europe's Big Five leagues. But he's not just only a passer, he's a dribbler which can complement his passing greatly, giving him opportunities to create off the dribble or through playing the ball in behind the defence. And he's not just a good dribbler, he's an exceptional dribbler. All these stats here are of the players in the top 5 leagues in Europe. As you can see, for the touches in the attacking third, Florian Wirtz is in the top 1%. He's in the top 2% for carries and top 3% for carries into the attacking third of the pitch. And when he decides to take someone on, he's in the top 8% of all attacking midfielders in Europe's Big Five leagues. This ability to dribble as well as pass allows Wirtz to take players on in central areas and create opportunities by these dribbling abilities. He could dribble at the defensive midfielder or centre-backs, which draws pressure towards him. And this pressure that gets drawn toward him leaves space elsewhere on the pitch, allowing him to make a pass to a teammate in a potentially better position. But even if he does get pressured, he doesn't need to pass the ball around them. He can make sure he can dribble past, but he can also play 1-2s and carry on his dribble to goal. So Wirtz has the ability to pass and dribble, and he makes the most of this when he plays in the tight, congested areas of the pitch. Wirtz's stats show that he's an extremely gifted, young attacking midfielder, capable of playing in the congested areas of the pitch, creating opportunities with his passing and his dribbling. He's a goal threat and he's a creator, and he's a player that excites fans, coaches and pundits. So is he a player that we could see moving to the Premier League at some point? Could the big clubs be sniffing around him? And if he doesn't, could we see him earlier this year in the Euros making a big play and making a big impact on the European Championships for Germany? Only time will tell, but what we do know is that Florian Wirtz is a potential superstar.